What if I told you that 87% of people make absolutely devastating money mistakes after turning 65 that completely destroy their retirement dreams? Right now, as you're watching this video, you're probably making at least 3 of these 5 fatal financial errors that could leave you broke, stressed, and dependent on others in your golden years. The most shocking part? Most people have no idea they're even making these mistakes until it's far too late to fix them. The majority of financial advisors won't tell you these truths because it doesn't serve their interests. Stay with me until the very end, because I'm going to reveal the single biggest mistake that 9 out of 10 retirees make. And this one revelation alone could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let me ask you something personal. Do you feel that crushing weight in your chest every single time you think about your financial future? Does the thought of running out of money in retirement keep you awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering if you'll be able to maintain your dignity and independence? Every single month that passes by, you're losing precious, irreplaceable opportunities to protect and grow your wealth. This isn't just about money. This is about your freedom, your peace of mind, your ability to live without fear. I know exactly how this feels because I've talked to thousands of retirees who discovered these mistakes too late. The anxiety, the regret, the feeling of being trapped by poor financial decisions made years earlier. You're not alone in this struggle, and more importantly, you're not powerless. The fact that you're watching this video right now tells me you're ready to take control of your financial destiny. Here's what most people don't realize. There exists a closely guarded secret method that elite financial advisors use exclusively with their wealthiest clients, something that 95% of ordinary retirees never discover. These aren't just random tips you'll find in some generic retirement book. These are 5 battle-tested strategies that have been proven to work by thousands of financially successful retirees who now live comfortably without financial stress. What I'm about to share with you represents decades of combined wisdom from the most successful retirees in America. The financial industry doesn't want you to know these secrets because when you apply them correctly, you won't need to pay high fees to financial advisors anymore. You'll have the knowledge and confidence to make smart decisions on your own. The first devastating mistake that's destroying retirement dreams across America is withdrawing too much money too early from your retirement accounts. Here's the brutal truth that nobody talks about. If you withdraw more than 4% of your total retirement savings each year, you have a terrifyingly high chance of completely running out of money in less than 15 years. Think about that for a moment. 15 years. That's not even close to how long your retirement could last. The average 65-year-old today will live another 20 years, and many will live much longer. The 4% rule isn't just some arbitrary number that financial planners made up. It's based on extensive historical analysis that shows this withdrawal rate gives you the highest probability of making your money last for 30 years or more, even during market downturns and periods of high inflation. When you withdraw more than this safe amount, you're essentially gambling with your future security. Every extra dollar you take out today is a dollar that won't be there to support you when you're 75, 80, or 85 years old. The second critical mistake is putting all your financial eggs in one basket by not properly diversifying your investments. This is where so many well-meaning people go completely wrong. They think that because they've worked hard and saved money, they can just park it all in 1 or 2 places and call it good. Maybe they put everything in their company stock because they trust the company they worked for. Maybe they put it all in real estate because property feels safe and tangible. Or perhaps they stick everything in bonds because they think that's the conservative thing to do. Here's the harsh reality. Concentration creates massive, unnecessary risk that could wipe out decades of careful saving in a matter of months. True diversification means spreading your money across different types of investments that don't all move in the same direction at the same time. You want some money in stocks for growth, some in bonds for stability, some in real estate for inflation protection, and maybe even some in international investments to protect against problems in the U.S. economy. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about protecting what you've already built. The third mistake that's silently eating away at retirement savings is completely ignoring the devastating effects of inflation. Most people think about inflation as this abstract economic concept that doesn't really affect them personally. They're dead wrong. Inflation is like a silent thief that steals your purchasing power every single day, and it's especially dangerous for retirees living on fixed incomes. Let me give you some numbers that will shock you. At just 3% annual inflation, which is actually lower than the long-term historical average, the cost of everything you buy will double in about 23 years. That means if you're spending $4,000 a month today, you'll need to spend $8,000 a month just to maintain the same standard of living when you're in your late 80s. But here's the kicker. Most retirement income sources like pensions and Social Security don't keep up with real inflation. They might give you small annual increases, but these increases are often based on government calculations that understate the true cost of living increases that retirees face. Healthcare costs, which make up a huge portion of retirement spending, typically increase much faster than general inflation. Now I want to pause here and ask you a direct question. Which of these first three mistakes hit closest to home for you? Are you withdrawing too much from your retirement accounts? Have you put too many eggs in one basket? Or are you ignoring inflation? I want you to take a moment right now and leave a comment below telling me which mistake surprised you the most. And while you're at it, hit that like button because when you do, YouTube shows this video to more people who desperately need this information. Think about it. There's probably someone in your family, a friend, or a coworker who's making these exact same mistakes right now. By engaging with this video, you're helping me reach them before it's too late. The fourth mistake that's costing retirees thousands of dollars every single year is paying way more taxes than they legally have to pay. This one makes me angry because it's so preventable, yet most people are completely unaware that they're overpaying. The tax code is incredibly complex, but there are numerous legal strategies that can dramatically reduce your tax burden in retirement. For example, many retirees don't realize that they can control when and how much tax they pay by strategically choosing which accounts to withdraw money from first. If you have money in traditional IRAs or 401ks, Roth IRAs, and regular taxable investment accounts, the order in which you withdraw from these accounts can make a huge difference in your lifetime tax bill. There are also strategies like tax loss harvesting, where you can sell investments that have lost money to offset gains from investments that have made money. Some retirees can even benefit from doing Roth conversions during years when their income is lower, essentially paying taxes now at a lower rate to avoid paying higher taxes later. The tragedy is that most people never learn about these strategies, so they end up giving the government thousands more than they need to every year. The fifth and perhaps most dangerous mistake is not having an adequate emergency fund specifically designed for retirement emergencies. I'm not talking about the emergency fund you had while you were working. Retirement emergencies are different and often much more expensive. The biggest shock that hits most retirees is unexpected healthcare costs that aren't fully covered by Medicare or their supplemental insurance. A serious illness, injury, or the need for long-term care can easily cost tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands. Without a substantial emergency fund, these unexpected expenses force retirees to withdraw large amounts from their retirement accounts at the worst possible time, often during market downturns when their account values are already reduced. This creates a devastating downward spiral that can permanently damage their financial security. The general rule for retirees is to have at least 12 to 18 months of living expenses saved in easily accessible accounts, separate from their long-term retirement investments. This emergency fund acts like a financial shock absorber, protecting your retirement accounts from unexpected withdrawals that could derail your entire financial plan. Remember what I told you at the very beginning of this video about the 87% of people who make these devastating financial mistakes after turning 65? Now you understand exactly what those mistakes are and why they're so dangerous. But more importantly, you now possess knowledge that the vast majority of people will never have. You understand the critical importance of the 4% withdrawal rule and how it protects your money for decades. You know why diversification isn't just financial jargon, but an essential strategy for protecting your wealth. You recognize that inflation isn't some distant economic concept, but a real threat that requires specific action to combat. You've learned that there are legal ways to significantly reduce your tax burden in retirement. And you understand why a substantial emergency fund is absolutely critical for protecting your retirement security. This knowledge gives you enormous power. You're no longer at the mercy of financial advisors who might not have your best interests at heart. You can make informed decisions about your money based on proven strategies that have worked for thousands of successful retirees. You can sleep better at night knowing that you're not making the mistakes that destroy so many retirement dreams. The difference between a comfortable, secure retirement and a stressful, financially constrained one often comes down to avoiding these 5 critical mistakes. If this video has opened your eyes to these retirement dangers, I need you to take action right now. First, subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell because I regularly share insider secrets about money management that you won't hear anywhere else. Second, give this video a thumbs up because it helps YouTube recommend this crucial information to other people who desperately need it. Third, leave a comment below and tell me what your biggest fear about retirement is. I read every single comment and often create new videos based on the questions and concerns you share. And finally, share this video with someone you care about who's approaching retirement or already retired. This information could literally save them from financial disaster. Your financial security starts with the decisions you make today, so take action now while this knowledge is fresh in your mind.